Happy May to everybody out there. I am Kristen, also known as Sherby, and it is time to go through a flip through. I get very excited about the flip throughs. During one of my flip throughs, maybe it was actually the imperfect lettering, I can't quite, or impatient lettering, somebody had pointed out that the clear cover I was using may be responsible for the split in the spine of my Hobonichi Cousin. I did have this leather cover on top of my blank Hobonichi. It was just all blank pages. I typically use it to write down quotes in books I'm reading. I switched it out into this one, and it's pretty darn thick. It's pretty cool. I'm having fun with it in this. It feels really neat to carry something heavy around in leather. Let's start this flip through, shall we? I have been bad about my appointments. I actually missed an appointment. To be fair, I was sick at the start, but if you're new here, you can see that I use my yearly index to keep track of appointments. Sometimes if something big had happened that month, I will write it down in that day. I was much better about it at the first of the year, so it looks much more filled in. I am actually going to go back and add some important things that had happened in April because I like it to be a glance at how my year was, what particular things happened there. I do that in a daily page as well, which you'll see as we get further along. So we'll get into the month. Again, for April, I did add some decoration in here. I wanted April to be my yoga month. I wanted to get back into yoga. My body has not been feeling well, and yoga definitely helped. I did recently do a tour of all of my various stickers, although I forgot this booklet in particular. It was just not in my bag, so you don't see it. You should see the amount of yoga stickers that I have because I felt so good doing it at the beginning of the year. I did not do yoga at all this month. I did, however, start organizing when I'm getting our various mail delivery systems because it was just a lot to handle. So I now have a system where the home delivery we're going to get that week, I highlight in blue. You'll see in May, I planned ahead and put them all there as well. I really do like those systems. We went away this month. We had 2 gigs this month. A friend opened up for us on one of them, lunch with a friend. I spelled out the month, and I do like decorating that page. I think it's pretty fun. Let's head on over to the beginning of the month. This is the first week of April. I used one of my mandala stickers here, the birds. Here's a little quote with a layover of these new stickers I got that are very tissuey, and they come out when you stick them to a page. They're just so thin and flexible. I'm really appreciating those sorts of stickers. The figures I got, black and white figures, some were very short and some were taller. Again, yoga, definitely gonna do it, right? And she continued to do no yoga. Amazing! So again, in my weeklies, I create what I call have-dones rather than to-dos, because if this was a to-do list and I was actually planning things I have to do, I probably won't do it. So let's keep it on the positive, shall we? Anything that's big standing out that day, I might write at the top. Sometimes I still do that, sometimes I don't. April is a volunteer month, and one of the first things I did was called Reading 365. Anybody can sign up for this. It's 15 minutes over Zoom, and you read a children's book. You don't get to see the class of children that you're reading to, but the moderator will ask questions about yourself and kind of interview you about why you chose the book you chose. At least that's what happened in my experience. It was a lot of fun. I volunteered to do it the following week, but then the moderator had to cancel because her bus was running late. She was a college student and she was going between cities, and so it couldn't happen. Again, trying to inspire myself to do some yoga with the yoga stickers and the yoga tracker over here. It didn't happen. Had a ladies do shit night with some girlfriends, and I showed them all my stickers and we shared some. So they went through and took some stickers that they liked. One of my good friends, Kelly, was starting her own journal planner book, and she was drawing fabulous images and decorating them with some sweet ass washi. You'll see one example of that in my dailies because she let me use some. Here I'm using the gel pens sparingly because they do seep through to the other side. So here I used it just to outline my Sherby Trio practice. These are PET stickers, and these are also PET stickers, really nice and thin for your Hobonichi. I recommend you use those. I like making these big arrows that are sometimes empty on the inside. I like using highlighters and tracing the outline of them. Sometimes I just use my markers, either Tombow markers or Stapler markers, brush pen on one side, thinner tip on the other. I listen to Remarkably Bright Creatures. I do 2 books simultaneously. One I read physically in my hands, and the other is an audiobook. Let's go on to the next page. Little bits of washi just to kind of add more stuff for your eye to follow around. I find that doing arrows adds a little bit of funness. You'll notice some YouTube thumbnails use arrows a lot. I think I know why now. I also put a lot of stars in there, hearts, and you'll see in other pages I'll also do dots. Sometimes I'm just sitting on the couch with my planner and I'm holding pens and I'm just like coloring stuff in, sticking washi, more stickers. Here's week 2 of the month. I was tracking reading because I just really want to make sure I make time to read. Reading has always been one of my passions. I tracked yoga. I tracked it well too. I didn't do any. So, I did it, right? This is why I do not do to-do lists or regular planning stuff. This is probably the closest I do to planning. And you can see it just does not go through. It does not go well. I didn't walk that week either. It's just, what a bummer, man. But I'm doing my best. This is such a cute sticker. Put some corresponding washi in the back there. Again, when I set up my week, I did splotches of washi here. I think I did this on the next week too. I add stickers all around, big, larger ones, and then I try to work around them. I love little stickers, and when I think to do it, I will add them in little spaces. I'm loving Superstore. My son and I actually finally finished that. My partner and I, we watch Antiques Roadshow some nights. This gel pen, again, it just kind of seeps through. Well, you didn't see it there. Maybe I'm learning to do it with a lighter touch. We watched To Kill a Mockingbird. My partner had never seen it before. He loved it, found a new favorite actor. Now he really loves Robert Duvall, Soaked My Feet. It's funny, doing this makes me feel like time is actually a lot slower than I feel. By the end of a month, I feel like everything went by so fast. But I'm reading this over and wow, I did a lot. Life feels fuller doing this. So if you are trying to find a way to use your planner and you're really feeling kind of stressed about the things you have to do, I encourage you, write down the things that you have done. Your planner should not be a place of stress. I mean, keep a separate one for that. And if you're going to, excuse my reach, make it a little one. Make it a little one. I mean, look at the size difference here. Make your stress diary a little bit smaller with less space to fill than your happy, I'm living, look what I have accomplished diary. I had lunch with a friend. I finally got a left-handed guitar. Really stoked about this. I'm left-handed. I did not have access to a left-handed guitar when I was learning, so I've been playing right-handed for the last 4 years. Let's go into the 3rd week here. I like doing my little coffee doodles. A little sticker with some leaves, a little sticker with lamps. In my latest video about stickers, this came from a sticker pack I just love. I got it on Temu. I think I have to just go back in and purchase some more. It is necessary because I need it for my planner, and purchase those little tiny ones. These tissuey ones, oh, just beautiful. I have to figure out what the name of them are. If you know, they're very paper-like in texture, so they have a roughness to them, but very soft and pliable. If you know what those kinds of stickers are called, please tell me in the comments because I want more. I haven't tried writing on them, but that's the other thing too. These plastic ones and white ones have this wide border, and I can't write around them, and I don't like that. I want to be able to write right up against them. So please share. So why sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Lewis Carroll. Those were fun. This is a separate sticker that I put on there. One of those tissuey paper ones. Plants are cool. This comes from the little set. And again, nice figure. Some washi that I put on there. Did I put no, I really thought I put washi here. Oh, here we go. Sorry, it was in March. So I did put washi around the page there. See how it just kind of blends in? I really love that. I really do. And just using my different paints, not different paints, my different colors and different pens, and working with them as much as I can. And some days it really is not great. I will admit that on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm often doing these either Sunday night on the couch while we're watching TV, or that evening on the couch while watching TV, or I'm doing it on Monday. I did post a free painting video. We'll come across that painting later, where I do not know how to paint especially if I try to plan it. As you can see, planning is a problem for me. And so I have my own method when I want to be creative and you know, do what I can do. I started fall out with my son, some more Superstore. I repotted my plants. Oh, my poor plants. They were just so despondent. It was terrible. This is a week that I wasn't sure was going to be looking as great. I guess in the end, because I'm using all these different colors and pens, it works out. This was another volunteer day. I went to a place called the Healthy Start Diaper Bank, and we packed packs of diapers, about 25 each. They donate to women in the area who really need help. They also provide feminine hygiene products. I also discovered that while diaper companies will donate diapers, they will donate as much as 10,000 diapers, they still charge the organization for shipping, and that shipping alone can be $7,000 to $8,000, which just boggled my mind. I could not believe that. So if you have any opportunity to do something like that, I only did it for 2 hours and got a lot done. Starting to do more workouts. Is if I'm not doing yoga, I'll do workouts. You will notice I did not put yoga here. I just put exercise. I stretched because I thought, you know, I stretched this day, so I'm going to put a stretch tracker in. No, I did not do it for the rest of the week. Over here, I didn't bother at all with any tracking. So my life's going great. I mean, look how busy I am, right? So pretty fun. I love this sticker. I'm just liking more and more people. I like how Kaz she is. I'm just having fun time. After our gig on this Friday, we went to Delaware, Newcastle, Delaware. What a great little town. We stayed right in the borough, parked the car, didn't get in the car for 2 days. There was only 5 restaurants, but each one offered plenty for us. And what was cool about this area is that every single menu had non-alcoholic drink options if you didn't want to have alcoholic drinks, but you wanted to have beer. And they also all had vegan and vegetarian options. Every single one. So we're very aware of that. I eat meat, I drink, but I often sometimes don't want to. And I loved that they had those options. That was pretty cool. Coffee is my thing. If there's anything that you can make sure you do every day, for me, it's coffee. Absolutely there. Attempt to make coffee. Oh, that's because the Keurig machine seemed, in our Airbnb, seemed a little wonky, which was cool because, not what was cool, the kitchen was cool. It was also the bedroom. So things were getting kind of hot and steamy in there, you know, with that coffee maker. I am pretty funny, so I'm just gonna do the thing. I got tiramisu twice. It was pretty awesome. And then we'll finalize the last 2 days of April. This is one of those tissuey stickers I really enjoyed. I'm remembering to use my little stickers again because I really like them. This girl looks like kind of pissed that she had to buy a new plant, but I still love her. And these are these like eucalyptus type ones and tarot. Here's my little car. It was fun drawing a car. My son and I absolutely binged Baby Reindeer. It was fascinating. It was disturbing. It was uncomfortable. It was fascinating. So these are my weeklies. Let's head on over to, I have some pages in between. I don't think I did anything this month. No, I wrote down some books that I should read from my lunch date. And I was going to keep track of my meal deliveries here, but as you saw in my monthlies, I decided on another plan. So glad I did. Here we are with April. As I said, my first day of the month, I like to keep it as kind of a catch-all for the month, even though I have my weeklies and I have my yearly index. This pleases me to do. This is like the memory keep for the month, you know, really big things. So I put how many subscribers I had on a certain day because I'm excited about growing a YouTube channel, which reminds me, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do and let me know. I mean, be as picky as you want about what you would like to see from me. It doesn't have to be planner stuff. Honestly, it's dabbles for a reason. And I know some people hate getting separate content. So maybe if I do different content, I will put a warning that it's not planner content. We did my ladies do shit night. You'll see a page for that coming up. Repotted all my plants, got my lefty guitar. I'm so excited about that. Had a couple of gigs, volunteered, went to Newcastle, Delaware with my loves. We played drums outside. My partner has been a hand percussionist for about 30 years, and he got me a djembe drum for Christmas one year. So it's really cool to be able to sit by fires or go outside and play with him. Planted wildflowers. I'm totally stoked. They're up like by about 2 inches. If I think of it, I'll go out and take a little video and add it in the edit here. It's been just this month. It's now May 8th, May 9th. I should probably know that. And they are coming up. I'm absolutely amazed that it's working. I finished Remarkably Bright Creatures on audiobook, and I read Daisy Jones and the Six in paperback, and I actually should add Killers of the Flower Moon in here because I finished that as well. Really proud of myself. More yoga didn't happen. I didn't knit. I did read. I did paint. I did not practice any more self-portraits. Remembered at the last minute that the eclipse happened. I said do more yoga. See the yoga, see the yoga, see the yoga. The yoga didn't happen. My B12, I did get retested, and it more than doubled what it was, which I'm really happy about. This is not a deficient number by US standards, but by other standards it is. And I was getting panic attacks. I had a lot of terrible symptoms, and I did a lot of work to try to increase it. So it increased, but now I'm not taking B12 because I'm going to see a functional medicine doctor, and I want to have a baseline of how my body is working without anything messing with it. And I want to see how that works out. So there you go. Now you know more about me. On this page, I like to do a remembering the month, but also what I would like to see happen in April. I did not do the same thing with May, but I did something very similar, as you'll see, because the last page is more like remembering April 30th, rather than saving it for May. So this is that daily. I didn't write as much or as small. I cover these stickers. They're really cute. This is a remembering earthing. I wanted to try to find a way to help my body, so I was trying out some earthing. This was our ladies do shit night, and my friend Kelly got this magnificent, this is one piece of washi tape. She said she got a pack, Van Gogh washi. There were about, gosh, I think she said 10 different washi in this pack for $10. I'll try to find it, and I'll put the link in the description for you. Added my stickers. I did tarot readings, for a short one for my friend Sherry, and I did a longer one for Kelly because I hadn't read her tarot in a while. Again, some stuff I'd like to add to the Sure by Dabbles page, but I can put them in separate playlists if you're interested in tarot stuff. Or I could just center it around how I use paper in my tarot. I know that you should have one niche, but my brain has like 30. So I did buy those Stapler markers. And I wanted to do something on a page because I just wasn't feeling writing. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I was just really busy. And then I realized you don't have to use your pages for what you think you have to. They are your pages. Use them for anything. So I used them to do some swatching. I added this girl to break it up, and now it's art. See how easy that was? Now it's art. I was not doing my writing prompts, so I just wrote about some music and how Nora Jones music reminds me of when I was in college in Rochester, and how I would just lay on the floor listening. This is a nice big sticker that I had recently gotten, and I thought that helps, right? These are very cool. If you really are into stickers, check out my sticker tour. It's the longest video I've ever made, and I did a lot of editing in it, including some fun sound effects. I'm pretty pleased with myself. I like getting into the weeds in that thing. I wrote this actually on the 20th, so if anybody out there is worried that they can't keep up in their planner, I want you to know that this page was blank all the way up until April 20th. Last summer, I had some really big things happen to me where I was having panic attacks frequently out of nowhere. Body started hurting. I had never had chronic pain before, and I was having it every day, and understanding the effects of chronic pain. It was not fun. I don't wish it on anybody. I had a theme on Sundays where every Sunday we watch CBS Sunday mornings, and I wanted to follow their thing. Every break to a commercial has some sort of art that is a sun. And I thought, oh, how fun. Let's put that on my Sundays too. So this is just writing sun over and over and over again. I can't recall, it may have already filled other Sundays with other things, but on a Sunday when it's free, that's what I would like to do. Sometimes I do it while watching CBS Sunday This Morning, which I should say what I had done in the past when I started this theme in March. So you can check out the March flip through as well when you're ready. Here is a writing prompt. I don't think it's one that was AI generated. Jack saw 1,000 faces that day, and it may have just been inspired by that sticker. I was really finding I just had to fill up pages. I had already put these two stickers right in the middle of the page, and then I put this there. And then I thought, what am I going to do with this page? So I just played with markers. It's not pretty. And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be pretty. And I do stuff like this because I just want to hold a pen. I just want to hold markers. I just want to play in paper. And if it comes out looking like junk, it's okay because it helped my mood. It really helped me feel like I was doing something entertaining and fun and nice. Maybe that's also a symptom of my ADHD. I don't know. You're doing great. This is a prompt. It says Vanessa read the message several times. That's it. I wrote a short little story based on that. I don't remember what the story is about. This day, I bought my left-handed Takamine guitar. So this is the free painting that I recorded. And what I do is I take a pencil and I just kind of do the pencil and then I fill in colors and then I just kind of see what will come out of it. I was picking up again, Body Keeps the Score. I still have not finished it, but I read it in chunks. The cover of the book, I think, kind of subliminally inspired all of this. Next thing I know, I'm like kind of interpreting that, you know, like here's trauma and it's affecting your body and blah, 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 blah. I hadn't painted in a while, so I took some time to just use the same colors to just paint, just slapdash, put some stuff out there. Again, my goal is not to make it look pretty, though I do want to learn more skills as I go. Mostly I want to feel creative, and the only way to feel creative is to take away your expectations and judgment of yourself. And if this book cannot be that space, then what is it good for? You know, I want this to be a relaxing space. So I use it to fuck around and find out. This is what it is. Excuse my French, though I really don't think that is French. These are notes that I was taking on Body Keeps the Score. I had switched out my regular reading notebook and I just didn't want to carry that around while I was reading. So I take some quotes that I like from various pages and put them in here. Again, it's my book. I can do what I want, right? You can do what you want in yours as well. Do not feel stressed with empty pages. Here is another writing prompt. This one says, we are taking measures to include what can't be helped. Now, I do enjoy doing those creative prompts. We made falafel tacos one night for dinner. It was delicious. I am trying to draw some tacos. That's what happened. Let's see. This is a doodle I often will do, this kind of snaky thing. I had read somewhere that straight lines are actually very calming, you know, if you're feeling, and I got this from last summer and fall when I was having panic attacks, and I just found this pattern is really fun and cool to do, and I thought that sticker lined up perfectly. But again, sometimes I just want to play with paper and pens and markers. That's all I want to do. And here's the Sunday. What did I do on the 14th? Oh, okay, so yellow. I still kind of stuck with a sun theme, like a flower growing up in sun. Cool. Here's another Sunday. I think it's kind of neat, right? This is just a dude. Like, I have always drawn people and faces in this same style, so I did it this day as well. If I were to write a song that was all about the elusiveness of you, I'd be writing every song already written about him and her and something too. This is a word association prompt. If you're a writer, I just start with one word and then try to see where it carries me, and I try to do it fast. I try to make those switches come fast and quickly. So you can do this in a list format as well. I did it in a prose format. So the raced, fast, Spain, Spanish dancing, shiny floors, and Mary Jane's, basketball, sneaker, squeaks, baby frogs, and lots of drool and dogs, Turner and Hooch. So those word associations are really fun. And I do those because I feel like they unlock your brain. I'm thinking about doing a series of videos about creativity and people who want to be more creative, how you can do that. And it's little things like this. It's breaking rules. It's not looking nice. Sometimes I think when you are following a set of rules to make something look pretty and aesthetically pleasing, to me, that's a limited creativity. It's not the kind of creativity I want to embrace because I find it stressful. I want to create one that is just messy. Yeah, that's my thought. This is a writing prompt. I used Copilot. I didn't really like the first prompt, so I asked for a second one. But the first one was, despite the rain, the quaint cafe remained a cozy haven for locals. I felt like it was already too kind of loaded with words I didn't want to use. So the second one was, the ancient clock stopped ticking. And that's what I liked. So I went with that prompt. was our weekend in Newcastle. This is a great new way to use dailies. So I wanted to highlight that as well in an intro to this video. If I make an intro, I made one for that sticker video and I hated it. I don't know how to do it. And while it was still my personality, it was also incredibly awkward. Or as the youth say, cringe. Maybe I'm just cringe. But I liked keeping track of everything in this way on the daily pages. So use this as an idea as well. You could use stickers or do your own doodles. I find using brush pens super helpful to kind of just fatten it all up. So I had my Sure By Trio gig at Bridgewater Public House, and then this is me and Phil driving to Newcastle, Delaware. This is supposed to be the kitchen and our bed in the kitchen, which was kind of funny. My work crew came out to see us, as well as my sister unexpectedly from another state, and my niece and friends. Everything we did in Newcastle, what a busy place. It was really cool. So I just noted that here. I did not spell espresso correctly. That's okay. We're going to do what we have to do. I tried a hurricane at New Orleans and it was delicious. I had a lot of sugar this weekend. I'm fine with that. Pictures of so much stuff. Trust me, that's driftwood. It's not a hot dog. You can see my marker on the other side actually came through. I started reading a good chunk of my newest read, which is Kristen Hanna's The Winter Garden. She's just so freaking fabulous. It's crazy. First time I ever had frog legs, we ate this part. The next day, I will post a picture here. I was opening this page for something, and I had just washed my hands, and this is what happens. I leaned across, and I got ink all in my arm. I'll show you a picture as well as down here on my other arm. So that's one of the downers of these water-soluble pens if you're not using them to make actual art where you can use the blending functions. Phil is not a vegetarian, and he ordered a veggie gyro, but he didn't know that it was a veggie gyro, and he liked it enough. He said he wouldn't order it again because it was too vinegary, but he didn't know or felt suspicious of the gyro meat. So that was kind of fun. I made a good Facebook post about that. We got a chuckle. We took a great long walk, checked out their cemeteries there, really good tour. And I did the same this day, but I made it just very big. Newcastle, wrote backwards Wilmington. We stopped at Wilmington, and then Kennett Square, and then wrote backwards home. Time on the patio because it's such nice weather. Picked up my son from his dad's house, and then weirdness too late with baby reindeer. My son insisted we start it, and I was like, that's a little late for this kind of weirdness. On this page, I set up my stickers, and I wrote about some good things that happened. I have my May page set up. I am up to 531 subscribers. Amazing! It was more than 200 in the month of April. Thank you guys. Seriously, so fun. We saw Pigeons playing ping pong with their opening band. Amazing opening band, Kendall Street Company. They were killer. And my son got a new guitar. So that was May. Updated some things with my financial planner. I can do a video about the financial planner and how I use it. I keep a track of all of the bills that I know come every month. I estimate what they should be based on previous times that I've had to pay those bills. And then I put a check mark next to it when I pay it. I cross it out when it comes through the account. And this system has been working for me for at least 5 to 7 years. And I started it in a bullet journal. I will do a whole video about my bullet journaling and various ideas and spreads that go there. I keep a track of my new medical bills, my guitar, and paying people back if I owe them. I now use this timetable to keep an idea of different ideas I have. Like, I would love to create some books that are a book of writing prompts, some blank books that are filled with writing prompts and lettering practice, affirmations, a reading journal, grateful boxes. For instance, my Hobonichi A6, I use the monthly spread to write gratitude in there. I should probably update my A6 video and maybe do another. And then these are my YouTube video ideas. So like writing ideas for your notebook, using color to fill space, how I used paper to manage my anxiety, using notebooks for budgeting and getting out of debt. That says date, but it should say debt. All about trackers, like the various trackers I've used over the years. Some ways to be creative, like how to start and feel like a creative person. How to use paper when you're reading, like how notebooks. I just am such a paper person. I'm always trying to find a reason to use paper. So I figure I should share those ideas. Not, I have abandoned this. I need to update this, but this is shows and books and movies. I have to write in Superstore because my son and I finally finished Superstore, which I'm a little sad about. For the most part, this actually is up to date, so I'm pretty pleased about that. We haven't finished or watched any new movies or TV shows. I haven't finished any books, although I am currently reading one right now on audiobook called The Maid's Diary. And we haven't added anything new to watch except Steve. But this page, Words to Remember, I use this as a list of things I want to watch. And in the back, I use this is my physical tracker for meditation, yoga, walking, and other exercise. When I do both, I put a combo color. So either walking or other exercise is orange or yellow. And if I do both, it's red. Yoga is going to be purple, meditation is blue. If I do both, it's going to be pink. That's my thing. And that's it. I have nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed my flip through. Please go visit that sticker video if you really want to see some stickers. And let me know if there's anything you would like to hear from me. I am happy to do it. And it was great talking to you guys today. I can't wait to see you again, and we'll see what happens next. Peace out, home skillets. Make sure you watch this one next. I'm going to point to. Am I pointing to it? Watch that one. Hasta la later, taters.